two things. On the top, just in the highest point,
Maybe we
on
can
the
go
top.
to the other side. Because
On the top, that's the Hasmonean fortress. On the top. Below, a little bit below, we see the water cisterns. Between the highest point and the water cistern, this is Herod's palace. It's impossible to see from here, but no, it's on the slope. But from here, we cannot see that there is a plain with a fortress. But if you go up, you see the path, go up, right? Just, you can see, it's very difficult.
It's on the other side of the...
No, it's on the top.
Okay.
It's quite difficult. When 10 or 12 years ago, when I was a coordinator of tour guide course, the first tour in my tour guide course was climbing up. That's why I never been a coordinator again.
It was a bad thing.
Okay.
also in my course it was.
25% of the people almost died.
Died?
Almost died.
Guys, you see, you want to go up?
What? It's difficult for the people.
It's a bad
Look.
feedback, you know.
Michal, you go and we follow.
When you,
I will have to stay down.
if you want to go up, as we said, we need permission. But anyway, we go up. The path passes through the water cisterns. Then it goes on the right side and comes from the west, not from the east as we see now. Comes from the west. We climb up the fortress. Then we go to the palace. Then we go down back to the bus. That's the best option. When you go to the palace, you see something very nice. And I don't know if you already saw it in other places in Israel, but in the Second Temple period and continue to the Roman Byzantine period, in a lot of places like fortresses, palaces, and ancient synagogues, there is something like a heart-shaped stones that we have many in Israel. And if you go up, leave the people that you see in the picture. Concentrate on stones. Okay? No, this is the Hasmonean fortress.
Are they
But
natural hot shell?
look. Just avoid the people.
That shop?
Oh wow. Okay?
You are so young.
Is it Yaron? Yaron is in the picture?
Yeah.
I mean the hearts.
This was considered as a heart at that
Yaron, right?
No. It's not. There's something like 30 or 35 heart-shaped stones
איך הוא מציץ? כמו beaver.
up there, and there are stones like that in Horkania. There are stones like that in the ancient synagogue of Meron. Stones like that in Bar-Am.
They're huge.
They're huge and very, very heavy. It's not. There's no any connection to heart and romantics and things like that we think today. 2,000 or 1,500 years ago, the main thing is to take a heart-shaped stone and put it in the corner of the building. And it's like a column with slices that you put a heart on a heart on a heart on a heart, put it in the corner of the building, and it looks for the people who come to the building like two columns. Actually, I made one with slices. So it was made up there with limestone up there and put slices. And in one of the earthquakes, or many earthquakes that we had in the Jordan Valley, it fell. What we see here, look up, see where the highest point. And we see on the slope a lot of stones. This is the Hasmonean fortress who fell by earthquake on the Herodian palace. That's why, because of the earthquake, and it's so high, almost nobody made excavations on Sartaba. There was here and there some points of excavations, but never excavated as Masada, as Herodium, and other and Horkania now. Never. So someone will do it in the future, but let's summarize with something else. If we look on 2,000 years ago, we see that we have, you can see it, I think. There's nothing to film. There are eight fortresses or palaces that have been built by Hasmoneans or King Herod on the eastern side of the border of Israel. 8. The northern one is Sartaba, the southern one is Masada, and between them 6 more. Let's see. Look, let's do it from north
the north
to
from
south.
here to south.
Okay, the same. The first is Sartaba, then then Dok. Okay, I'll show it on the way. Then Dok. Actually, we have 3 above Jericho. Dok, then a fortress that we don't know the name, and then another one called Kippos. Okay, so we have 3 above Jericho, 1 in the north.
No, that's 4
Then-
above Jericho.
3 above Jericho and 4.
Sartaba, Dok,
Sartaba is here, it's not above Jericho.
It's not
We're
about
not
there.
north of Jericho right now?
We're not above Jericho.
What do you mean above?
Above, just
Elevated.
just
above.
elevated above and control over Jericho.
Got it.
Okay, Sartaba is here to control over the what Maman said today, Adam Bridge. Okay, and the main road between Nablus and Transjordan, Salt. This is Tirza Valley, Farah Valley. This is the main road. So we have a road from Samaria to Jordan. We have a place to go over the Jordan. Today we call it Adam Bridge. So Sartaba is here to control over the area.
هذا منير الخمرة كان؟
No, Khamra is a little bit, no.
Damia.
Then Damia. Damia. Then we have 3 fortresses. And I remind you that Jericho in the Second Temple period was a very important place. Very important. It was a border, it was a taxes place, and it was a place for agriculture of balsam, persimmon, and dates. Okay? So, and the main road to Jerusalem, as we know from Jesus and others. Now we go south. We cross Kelt Valley. We have one called Horkania. The second Herodium, which is a little bit west. The third is over the Dead Sea, called Michvar, Mekeros, Michvar, and the fourth is Masada. When we look in these 4 northern fortresses and palaces, we see that they guard in a very important places, like the main road from Samaria to Transjordan, like Jericho and the main road from Jerusalem to Jericho. But we go south. You've been in Masada?
Yes.
What do we need to guard below Masada?
The way to Elah, to the Red Sea.
There was a way 2,000 years ago to Elam?
The Trump from Brakia.
We spoke about
From the west, the Trump. From the west.
Look, if I don't know if you've been in Orkania, but it's nowhere.
not in
It's
Okania.
near.
Orkania.
It's near.
Herodium.
We just
Look.
looked at the direction of Okania near to Nebi Musa.
Look, the 4 north fortresses are very strategic of the area. The 4 south fortresses guard nothing. They guard on themselves.
Yeah.
So they made in order to be jails, in order to be treasury,
Shelter.
in order to be shelters
Yes.
for the
Treasure.
rulers. There's nothing in the area to control over. Think about Herodium, think about Masada. It's nowhere.
No, but there is a path which is heading
Is-
towards east,
A lot of
near to
paths.
Masada,
It-
where Herod had fled.
Sure. Always there are paths. But it's not,
Strategic.
I don't know,
It's not guarding
It's used as
the
treasury.
The west.
guard,
Maybe
you know, some
monitoring.
secondary or even less roads, no important junctions, no important, areas. is just to control over themselves. So we have eight palaces and fortresses from Sartaba to Masada, and each one we know from archaeology and from sources like Marwan read that we have different uses to different palaces or fortresses in the eastern side of the border of Israel in the second temple period. All of them started as Hasmonean, continue to Herodian. All of them. So we have one here in Sartaba. Last thing, the word Sartaba never mentioned in second temple period sources. The first time that we have the word Sartaba, as Marwan read but he didn't mention it, is the Mishnah. The Mishnah. We all know the Mishnah?
Yes.
Okay, the Mishnah
We spoke about it with good.
about 200.
Yes.
They talked about these torches that you talked about to say the Jews all over in Israel in the diaspora when is the beginning of the month, the first of the month. So the night before, where there is no moon, that's the beginning of the month, there are torches. And the Mishnah said, starting in Mount of Olives, Har HaMishcha, it said, Har HaMishcha, we consider it as Mount of Olives. And the second in the line of station said Sartaba. The third said Grifina. The fourth said Choran. And again. Actually, we have two problems. One, it's impossible to see from Mount of Olives Sartaba. Impossible. Impossible.
You can't, it's too low.
And underline
No,
actually.
too long. There are mountains between them.
Too low.
This too low.
Yes.
Yes. So that's first. The second thing is what is actually the word Sartaba. Why do we consider Sartaba is here? Because never in the second temple period we know the word Sartaba. What is anyway Sartaba? We just don't know. So we said two things. One, there's a possibility that this is not Sartaba. Okay, think about it. Maybe it's not. Maybe you are here just for a nice view, and one just made a whole speak of nothing in life. Maybe, we don't know.
Marketing.
Yeah, just But probably, if, I don't know, since the Byzantine period, people think that this is Sartaba, maybe there is something with that. And let's go back to the Bible. When the sons of Israel crossed the Jordan, they crossed it, as far as we know, in front of Jericho, Qasr Yahud, right? The baptismal site.
Yes.
But it's said in the Bible that there was a miracle. What happened in that miracle?
Sea moved.
The water split, the river split, the water stood. Where? And now it said that the water stood far away. Far away it means from Jericho. Far away from the crossing point, near Adam, in a place called Tzortan in Hebrew. In Hebrew Bible, Tzortan. It means that somewhere near Adam, in a place called Tzortan, something happened and the water stood. And the sons of Israel could cross the river. Adam is down here, we know it. And near Adam, there's a place called Tzortan. Maybe Tzortan continue as Sartaba, because it's written even in Hebrew or in Arabic in Tzadi or Sad. In Arabic,
It's
maybe
elevated?
Tzortan.
It's an elevated place?
We don't know what Tzortan is.
We don't.
We don't know. We don't know. But the area of Adam and Tzortan is maybe here. So maybe Sartaba continued the biblical area of Tzortan that mentioned in Joshua. Maybe it's here, maybe not. I don't know. If you go to Jordan, there's another place called Sartaba in Jordan, actually in front of Jerusalem. So it's not. It's even easier to go to Mount of Olives and look straight east and see another Sartaba. I don't know. Let's stay with this because we have a final exam. And in the final exam, this is Sartaba. Leave others.
Like what was
Impossible. Yes.
So the Mishnah, what do you think they're referring to?
We think about the Mishnah that they mention only the main stations of the torches.
Yeah.
But within them, there was a secondary stations.
Okay.
And I'll show you one of them. On the way, on Alon Road, there's a very nice hill that you stand on top of it. Amazing place, amazing view. You stand on top of it. One side you see Jerusalem, one side you see Sartaba. So maybe that was on the road.
The Mishnah scholars, do they think this is Sartaba, or do they think on the other side of the Jordan is Sartaba?
There's a debate, but most of the people think this is Sartaba.
Oh, really?
Most of the people, 90% of the archaeologists and scholars,
why wouldn't
will say this is Sartaba.
But they didn't excavate it, right?
Almost not. Almost not.
Can you repeat